Welcome to the Vegas Insider channel here on YouTube as we look ahead to the Emmy Awards coming up Monday night, September 12th in LA, the best in television and streaming. And to give us some idea of who the favorites are and who to watch out for, we bring on Michael Crosson, who covers the Emmys, among other things, for Vegas Insider. He covers the NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, but he's got his eye on the Emmys and a couple opinions on some of the big categories. And Michael, it's good to have you here. Let's begin Best Comedy Series. The two favorites, Ted Lasso, last year's winner, against Barry, who has never won in this category. We've seen a different winner the last 5 years for Best Comedy. We'll see if Ted Lasso can break that streak or if Barry continues that streak. But Ted Lasso right now is the favorite. What are your thoughts in this category?
Yeah, so you've actually got Barry coming in at plus 333 and also Abbott Elementary, and then Hacks coming in behind it, right at plus 400. And I really like all four of those shows. Hacks and Barry, to me, are starting to feel like just kind of regular shows that have jokes sprinkled in or are starring funny people, whereas Ted Lasso kind of gives you that real actual comedy feel. I mean, I think it's got hard-hitting jokes. You get attached to characters and stuff. But overall, I mean, this is a show that got nominated for 20 Emmys in its first season. It won 7 of the Emmys, including Best Comedy. It won. Jason Sudeikis won Best Supporting. It's really just one of those shows that I think it's just in a whole nother ballpark from the rest of the shows. But if there is a dark horse in this category, I think I would go with Only Murders in the Building, just because it got released so late, and I think it was such a significant upgrade on the previous season. I think you might kind of see, like, I don't know if the odds are necessarily accurately set for that show, but yeah, that's what I got there.
Now, as far as the comedy actor, Best Comedy Actor, Jason Sudeikis won this last year. Bill Hader won it in 18 and 19 because Eugene Levy won it for Schitt's Creek in 2020. But now we're seeing Hader square off with Sudeikis, which we haven't seen. And Bill Hader, he is the favorite. Sudeikis, a little bit of an underdog. But do you think that Hader will get his third Emmy or Sudeikis goes back to back?
Well, and I think you're seeing Hader get tagged as the favorite just because he's got 2 Emmy wins to Sudeikis' 1. But just looking at the series as a whole, I think Ted Lasso took a step back as a series, but I think Jason Sudeikis actually took a big step forward as Coach Ted Lasso. I think he really got to show off his range this season. He didn't get to do quite as much of it last season. I think they were still trying to get the feel for things, but he got to show off his alter ego. He got to show a darker side of him, a little anxious, depression stuff going on. He's also extremely funny. He's the backbone of that show, obviously. Whereas Barry, I think, has also taken a step back as a show from the first 2 seasons. But overall, I kind of think Barry's more of a one-trick pony. I think he's kind of the hitman that's depressed. He doesn't want to be a hitman. He wants to be an actor. That's kind of just his whole shtick. And I just find what Jason Sudeikis did in Ted Lasso or does in Ted Lasso more impressive. But I could definitely see that one going either way. But I don't think the Only Murders in the Building guys right behind, yeah, they don't have much of a shot coming in at plus 700, plus 1000, whatever they are. I think it's 2-horse race for comedy.
Now, as far as outstanding drama goes, you have Succession on HBO is the favorite right now. Squid Game, that's behind on Netflix. Better Call Saul, which just ended in the last few weeks. A lot of people talking about that. But do you think Succession will take it home as the favorite?
So this category is all over the place. I'm not 100% sure what to really think about it. So Succession opened as the favorite, and Better Call Saul opened around, I think, the plus 1600 mark. It was down there with like Severance and Ozark. And as the show progressed, as it continued to run, you saw it climb all the way up to, I believe it's up to 4 plus 400 plus 200. Now it's way up there now. It's considered a legitimate contender against Squid Game and Succession. But personally, I'm not a huge fan of Squid Game, so I almost kind of just rule that out. I don't think it's a great. I don't think the writing's all that good. I think it's pretty predictable. Like episode 1, you kind of know how it's going to end. Whereas I think this is a 2-horse race between Succession and Better Call Saul. I think it's Succession's to lose, but just based off all the recent odds movement, all the hype surrounding it, I could see definitely Better Call saw sneaking in and winning it in his last season, which you do see a lot. You see shows take home Emmys in their last seasons that haven't really been recognized, like Game of Thrones or shows like that.
Now, outstanding lead actor in a drama, Michael. You have these three shows with their top actors. This is actually the closest race of all of them. Lee Jung-jae is at plus 175 from Squid Game. Brian Cox from Succession, he's at 2-1. Bob Odenkirk, Better Call Saul at 2-1. Very close race there. Who do you think comes out ahead?
Well, originally it was Brian Cox's to lose. Like he opened as a minus 200 favorite to win the award. And weirdly, as Odenkirk rose up the list, you saw Brian Cox flip and the Squid Game lead go up. And to me, that almost just seems like one of those things. I think it's going to be between Brian Cox and Bob Odenkirk, but I think they're just listing what's Sing J M as the or I forget his name, the Squid Game lead as the favorite. Just almost, I don't know. It could just be I might just personally not be a huge fan of Squid Game, but I'm low on Squid Game. I think it's between Cox from Succession or Odenkirk. Just the hype surrounding it seems to be very real. So
yeah, when you look even, we didn't hit on the females, but a lot of them you have big favorites there. Jean Smart, 1-4 for lead actress in Hacks. Also Zendaya for Euphoria. She's a favorite there. She's won that before. Amanda Seyfried for The Dropout. She's the favorite there. So really not a lot to break down because they are such huge favorites. But before I let you go, are there any upsets in any of the categories you feel, or do you think a lot of the chalk is going to rise to the top in these categories?
There's two categories that I kind of look at for big upsets where Hannah Waddingham for Best Comedy Supporting Actress. She is the owner of the team in Ted Lasso, and she won the Emmy for season 1. But personally, I didn't love her. Like she is the through point, the heart and soul of that show. Her relationship with Sudeikis in the first season. I didn't find her quite as appealing this season. I thought her character arc was kind of off. I think it might throw some people off. I think she was way up there, probably as a minus 400 favorite. She's dropped down to minus 275. I'm not 100% sure who it would fall to. I really like the TV writer in Hacks. Is it Hannah Einbender? I think her name is. But maybe her. I even like Juno Temple in Ted Lasso, who plays Keely. I think that her performance was actually just as strong as Waddingham's, if not stronger. And she's like 1-16 to win. And they have so many scenes together. I thought she kind of really owned those scenes. But that one. And then Best Supporting Actress for a Limited Series. You've got Jennifer Coolidge favored for, minus 700 for White Lotus, along with Murray Bartlett's also favored at minus 800 for the same show for Best Supporting Actor. And I think he will win. I think he's probably a lock to win that award. But honestly, with Jennifer Coolidge, I think if you take her out of White Lotus, I'm not sure if the show changes all that much comedically and narratively. I think it's more she's kind of just there and she's funny. It's a well acted role. I really like all of her scenes, but at the same time, I think looking down if I had to cast a vote to somebody in White Lotus for Best Supporting, I think I would vote for Alexandra Daddario, who plays the honeymooners in that show, or one of the honeymooners in that show. I think she's got way more to work with. She's just awesome in that show. But I think Coolidge, just based off the odds, she'll probably still win, but I will not be shocked if somebody at 20-1 walks up there and wins Best Supporting for a limited series.
Michael Crosson, great job on this interview and also with the Emmys. You could find the odds, in fact, VegasInsider.com/awards/odds/Emmys for all the updated Emmys going into Monday night's award show. So we're looking forward to that. Michael, we appreciate the time. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right. That is Michael Crosson. I am Kevin Rogers. Thanks a lot for watching. And as always, best of luck with your bets.